In this video, we're going to talk about creating and editing courses for your school. So how we got here was we selected from our navigation bar our Users and Courses tab, and it brings us to this page. You can see down here all of the courses that our students are enrolled in, but to create and edit new courses, we're going to select courses right here at the top of this box. These tabs here, we've got courses, lessons, and individual requirements. Individual requirements are everything that you want to be graded on the lessons that are in your courses, for all of your courses in your school. So what these are, this is your test or your bank of terms that you're going to use that you're going to have graded on each lesson. So I'll show you how that works. So on our courses tab, we're going to create a new course. This can be anything you'd like. So we're just going to put airplane test course. It's going to be an airplane course, and we're going to say this is a part 61. These don't really determine anything at the moment. This is more just for reporting purposes on the back end. If you have any prerequisite courses that you'd want to have completed before this course, maybe a ground course or something like that, you could have prerequisite courses from the courses that already exist in your school right there. So we're going to create a new course. It's going to prompt us to add stages first. So we're going to add stages. These, again, can be anything you'd like. We're just going to add a couple real quick. Stage 1, stage 2, and you get the point. You can add as many as you'd like. So we're going to click into this course. You know it's the airplane test course because it says it right here. And now notice we're on the Lessons tab. So if we're going to add a lesson, we're going to hit the Add Lesson button. If you want this first one to be a flight lesson or a ground lesson, or if you want it to be a lesson, a stage check, or a check ride. For this one, we're just going to do flight lesson, and it'll be listed as a lesson. Those are a little bit unique, but that's how most courses are going to be built. So for general, for lesson name, we'll just make this lesson 1. Be associated with stage 1. So it's only going to select the stages that are associated with this course, but we're going to apply it to stage 1. Expected flight hours, let's say this will be a 2-hour flight. For our objectives for this one, it'll be learn to be flight. So these are your 8710 categories that you can select that you'd like to show up as defaults on the lesson when you grade it at the end. We can select and edit these, so I'll show you how to do that on the next page. For this type of resource, it'll be aircraft only. We can do aircraft, simulator, or either. In this case, let's just make it aircraft only, and we'll make this a single engine lesson. For prerequisites, this is for lesson prerequisites. So if this were, say, a solo lesson and you wanted to make sure that a dual progress check or a dual flight was done before this, you could put those lessons in as prerequisites. And then down here, any notes about this lesson that you want, if you want to add a scenario, if you wanted to add where to go or how to do something, you could add those down here. So we're going to create this lesson first. And then it'll prompt us to edit our lesson and add individual requirements. So now that we've got the lesson we can stick all of these bits of information to, we're going to hit the edit pencil at the top. This will bring us back to our edit lesson page, except if you notice, if we scroll down, we now have our individual requirements we can add in. So for the 8710 categories, you can select or unselect any of these that you'd like. For this one, since it's just a first lesson, we'll just probably be receiving instruction received, but you can set these to whatever you'd like. And if you didn't select these, or if you didn't select enough that happened on the flight, you can always add them on the flight itself. That's just a way to make sure that you save a little bit of time for the flight instructor. So for individual requirements, this is pulling information from the bank of terms that you've already put in for your school. You can add those as you go, but we've already got some in here. So we're going to put in pre-flight preparation. We're going to select our minimum passing grade. So in this case, we're going to select 1. It's the very first lesson. But this grading scale is whatever you've selected. We just have an incomplete, 1 through 6, and a satisfactory. But anything higher than a 1 would be considered complete. Any text you want to add here, you can add that. And then once you hit add, it pops it down here. Again, if you wanted to learn how to taxi or something like that, again, select the individual requirement, the minimum passing grade, and add those to your bank. So these will all be now graded on the lesson.